exaggerated. Yeah, it's not what it's just that I think it's
All right, I'm drinking Holland beer. Oh,
It's brewed
beautiful.
here in Haarlem.
Yes,
West beer.
I love it.
Okay, the story continues.
So, I go to New York City, and I was 15 years old, and I joined a band called La New York King. La New York King is a band. I don't know if you ever heard of a singer called Hector Casanova with Pacheco. You know Pacheco?
Yeah.
Pacheco. Well, he used to be the lead singer of Pacheco. But when I went to New York, he was beginning also. I was 15, he was probably 25. And that was my first experience playing salsa in New York City. And Richie Ray was very popular. The Boogaloo was hot. Joe Cuba was hot. And New York was really happening in the salsa scene. So I lived in New York for a while, and sometimes the band leader wanted me to go play. My mother would say no because I was only 15. So sometimes he had to call my father so that my father would let me go and play the piano. I was only 15. I was playing the clubs though. And I don't know, nobody bothered me. I guess I looked tall. So then I went to New York City. I stayed here for 1 year and a half. Then I moved to Detroit, Michigan. In Detroit, it was really American. There was no Latin music, very little. So I went to school. I developed more of my arrangements. I got more involved in the rhythm and blues. And Detroit went Motown. You know, the Supremes, that's where they started, Motown. So I really got a good flavor of rhythm and blues music. And I played a lot of American music. Then I went to a Latin club while I was in high school, and that club became like the #1 spot in Detroit. If you went to that club, yeah, I was still in high school. I was around 17 or 18. If you went to that club on Friday and Saturday, you think you'd be in New York. It was packed. A lot of Jewish people. They love to dance. So I played here for a long time. And while I was in Detroit, I started playing more American music. So I started traveling. And one group told me, hey, you know, I like the way you play the piano. Stevie Wonder is producing it. Stevie Wonder? I said, yeah. And we need a piano player, and we like the way you play. So I said, well, sure, I don't mind. So he said, well, first you got to play for Stevie Wonder. If he likes the way you play, then you can join the group. So I auditioned, and Stevie Wonder called while he was rehearsing, and he said, I like the way you play the piano. So I joined that group. And that's the group that took me to California. So I went to California with under the wings of Stevie Wonder, and I worked with him for 3 years with that group. And we recorded with him, and he was working. That was the year that he was working on the holiday for Martin Luther King. He was doing a song called Happy Birthday to You, Happy Birthday. That was the song he made for Martin Luther King. So I was with him during that time. But anyway, while I was with Stevie Wonder, I started playing salsa. You know, because California, everywhere you go, there's always a club where you can play salsa. So while I was waiting for Stevie Wonder, I started playing salsa. But the band that we made, called the Versailles Orchestra, became such a hot band. Versailles was the band in California. And the people made line to go see Versailles Orchestra. And in that particular club, there was a club called Candilejas. When I got to California, the radio station was playing a lot of ballads. You know, there was no like salsa, it was ballads. Mexican ballads.
It's like romantic
romantic ballads.
Yes.